Hi, and welcome to Trader Talk. I'm your host for today, David Lincoln. And as you can see behind me, the subject today is gold, that yellow metal. And we have a viewer question, and I've brought in Dave Moadel to answer that viewer question. So once again, thanks for all the support for the channel. If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe. Get your buddies and girlfriends, boyfriends to jump on and subscribe because we need your support as we build this channel, and you're a big part of that. So thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate the strong support we've gotten in the last couple of weeks and months. So that being said, let's get on to the topic of the day, which is gold. I got this viewer question, and it says, Dear Dave, is gold still the safety product that it once was? If the market starts tanking, should I go out and buy gold?
Yeah, that's a great question. Should you go out and buy gold? Well, first of all, you don't have to go out and buy it. There are ETFs for this sort of thing. It depends why you want the gold. Are you doing it as protection against, in case there's a Mad Max type of situation in which, everybody's making a run on the banks and then the banks run out of money and now people are fighting over scraps of food and guns and canned goods and things like that? In that case, you probably want the physical stuff. And even then, you don't have to run out to buy it. You can shop for it because Mad Max hasn't happened yet. And gold, I'm looking at the spot price of gold right now is just a few pennies below $1,200 per ounce. That's pretty cheap. Silver is in the low 14s. I mean, these are bargain basement prices. You can go out and get the ETF if you just want to trade it. That's totally cool as well. So you have to ask yourself why you're doing it. What is your time frame? And how much you got to weigh convenience versus having something physical if the what hits the fan. So I'm going to answer a question with a question. Why do you really want this gold or other precious metal?
Yeah, you sort of allude to the many sort of preppers that are on YouTube, and I sort of came out of that community initially where I was a stacker of silver, and a lot of those people believe that gold that's purchased either as a future or an ETF actually is a sort of a fraud that's manipulated and isn't backed by real gold. And if they always talk about this scenario, which I like to call the zombie apocalypse, where if the whatever hits the fan happens,
Yeah.
can we trust that like a gold ETF really is gold, and is that something that's reasonable to believe that you are getting gold when you buy an ETF, a gold ETF like GLD maybe?
Yeah, well, GLD and SLV are backed by real physical precious metals, gold and silver respectively. Not every ETF is backed by the real thing. And in case people didn't know, you can't cash it in for the real thing. Just like with if you buy USO, the oil ETF, you can't say, "All right, give me some barrels of oil." It doesn't work like that. So you have to have some trust in the system in order to purchase an ETF, unless you're really just trading it. If you're just going to hold it for a few days, few weeks, couple months, you'll probably be all right, unless you think that it's all going to go to where in a handbasket in the next couple months. If you're just in and out, and what's great about options, these things are optionable, and so you can get some leverage, and you can get in and out within a couple months. So again, it depends on your purpose. Why do you want it? If you're just a trader, short term to medium term, I wouldn't worry about the zombie apocalypse. But if you do want to hold long term, that's one of those things. It's like Jeff Foxworthy used to say, "You might be a redneck if." Well, you might be a prepper if you think there's going to be a zombie apocalypse and you're thinking about buying physical precious metals because you don't trust the financial ecosystem or structure. Okay, I respect that. There's nothing wrong with that viewpoint. In that case, your mind's probably already made up and you're probably not listening to this. You probably decided you're going to get the physical stuff because you don't trust the system. I can't say I blame you.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that you could actually do a little bit of both. You could go out, buy, a little bit of physical gold, maybe buy a couple, I don't know, quarter-ounce coins, or buy some silver pieces, real silver coins like pre-1965 quarters or something. Have a little stack of that stuff just in case this scenario develops. You've got it covered. You've got, I don't know, maybe whatever is reasonable for you, $500 worth of physical, gold or bullion or whatever, stacked somewhere, and then you've sort of covered your base on that like very unlikely occurrence, and then the rest you can actually do like the rest of the normal world does in a way. I'm afraid
Yeah,
I'm driving preppers away from my channel right now, but I think the one thing that really is a takeaway for people who are in the prepping world is that with, like you mentioned, with options, you don't need to buy an ounce of gold to take advantage of a dollar move. You don't need to spend $1,200 to take advantage of an up $10 move and buy a gold coin and then sell it, worry about all those transaction costs. You could just buy an option and take advantage of that move using financial products. So that's a good
sure.
takeaway for a prepper, I think.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hope we didn't offend the preppers. If there's one contingent you don't want to offend, it's probably preppers. So, yeah, no, hey, preppers, you're cool, man. I like you guys. But seriously, though, and futures as well, although futures are not necessarily as cheap, but you also get the leverage with those as well. So you have to, once again, I think the theme today is why are you making this investment or trade? If it's a trade, goodness gracious, just stick with the ETFs or maybe the futures, or just go old fashioned. Get yourself some ETF shares, GLD, SLV. I'm like an IAU. It's a cheaper version of a gold ETF compared to GLD, and the volume is actually quite high in that. You're not going to get a lot of width. You're not going to get a wide bid-ask spread on IAU. It's also optionable, so consider that one.